This is absolutely devastating as top insider Shams Charania just dropped a huge update on the future of Gregg Popovich as he will no longer continue to be the head coach of the Spurs, but he will be sticking around in some capacity. But this raises huge questions around Mitch Johnson and the future of this San Antonio Spurs head coach with multiple names like Taylor Jenkins, Mike Malone, and more now flying on the Spurs radar more than ever before. We have to dive into the report, take a look back at Gregg Popovich, give our thanks for Coach Pop. I mean, how could we not? And take a look at what this means for the future of the Spurs. All of that coming up on this episode of Spurs Digest. So we're just going to dive straight into it. I mean, the report is there. Breaking. Gregg Popovich will no longer be the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs and is transitioning full-time to team president, sources told ESPN. The iconic Popovich is a basketball Hall of Famer, the NBA's all-time winningest coach, and led the Spurs to 5 championships. And, you know, I don't even know if I have the words to describe it. I do, but they wouldn't fit in one video. You know, this is the end of an era. Popovich, 76 years old, served as the Spurs head coach in 96. And the start of another Pop era. He's already been involved throughout the Spurs offseason in president of basketball role and will continue to be a vital member of their operations. So this is the silver lining to me. Of course, with Gregg Popovich's health issues this year, the mild stroke he suffered, we didn't know if he'd ever be back in a head coaching capacity, but we all hoped he would at least be around the organization. I mean, I don't know the San Antonio Spurs without Coach Pop. I was born after Gregg Popovich was made the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. So this is a completely new era for me. I mean, seeing Mitch Johnson this year was one thing, but this feels completely different, and I'm sure for a lot of you as well. But at least he's sticking around, and we know Gregg Popovich has been an advisor to the front office. He's been heavily involved for a long time, and to hear that he has already been working with the Spurs, he's been around the team, helping them out with their offseason plans, whether that's signings or maybe their future coach, he is there. So at the very least, I'm extremely happy to hear that. And I mean, just to take a look back, I could show so many different things. This is the Coach of the Year voting, all the years he received votes. He should have won Coach of the Year more times, but it's that LeBron thing, right? The top coach every year doesn't win it because, you know, you got to either really, really, really outshine expectations or go from, I mean, that's basically it. Outshining expectations is what the Coach of the Year was. And the fact that Popovich managed to do that with these incredible Spurs teams 3 different times, testament to him, of course. I mean, 79% of the vote in 2011-12. I mean, and obviously most winningest coach in NBA history for the regular season, 1,422 wins. He will now retire as head coach with the record, above Don Nelson, above Lenny Wilkens. So just want to give my thanks to Gregg Popovich. Leave your favorite Popovich moment down below. I mean, there's so many moments to me. I mean, celebrating with the team through all these championships. 2014's run for me was the most special run. But, you know, I always love the hack a Shaq, the thumbs up. He has so many moments like that. So leave your favorite Gregg Popovich moment down below. I'd love to hear from you because, you know, it's going to be weird. He's still around the team at least, but it's going to be weird knowing he's never coming back on the sideline. So shout out to you, Pop. I mean, he's going to be missed a lot. And he's still around the team, but I'm going to miss seeing him sitting on that bench. But you know what? Now there's a lot of questions with the San Antonio Spurs and their future. Is, well, you know, the head coaching spot's one of these things that's been very controversial at points. And where is he? Where's the guy? I mean, Mitch Johnson, love him or hate him, he was forced into massive shoes to fill this year, and I thought he did a pretty good job under the circumstances. The Spurs were nearly a play-in team this year. I mean, we did fall down to 13th in the standings, of course, finishing 34-48, but not that far out of the play-in. 5 games out. And considering De'Aaron Fox missed a big chunk of the year with an injury, or well, with a surgery on his finger, and Victor Wembanyama had the blood clots, of course, and Jeremy Sochan dealing with his injuries, Devin Vassell had the foot injury that kept him out for the start of the season and kept him laboring a bit even after he did return. It's like, honestly, not that bad a year. And yeah, I understand there were questions with the rotations, but I thought Mitch Johnson wasn't that bad. However, the NBA is in a position that we haven't seen in a long time, where multiple incredibly good coaches, winning coaches, are available as free agents in a sense, right? So right now, Gregg Popovich leaving the head coaching spot, it leaves the Spurs with a lot of great options, not just for their head coach, but for their assistant coaching staff. I don't think Mitch Johnson's going anywhere. I think at the very least he will stay on the coaching staff. I mean, again, provided that whatever new coach comes in doesn't want to, you know, bring in their own staff. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Is Mitch Johnson your pick to come back? Because for me, there's a couple options ahead of him. Not this guy. I want to talk about Mike Budenholzer. Look, I know that his offense under Gregg Popovich was like really, really good. Like he was a big part of making the Spurs offense what it was for many years while he was an assistant in San Antonio. But his record as a head coach, Yeah, he got a title, but there's a lot of question marks. There's always been question marks with his rotations, with how he handles his players. Controversy coming out of Phoenix, people seeming like they really didn't like the way he spoke to them. That really doesn't seem like a Spurs type attitude. If Bud comes to the Spurs, in my opinion, it would have to be in some kind of assistant coaching capacity. But again, Phoenix this year, way below expectations with a solid roster. I'm not sold on him, but maybe you guys leave your thoughts, but there's a couple other guys I want to get into, and Taylor Jenkins is that first guy. Surprise firing from Taylor Jenkins. I mean, there's still some info coming out about this stuff, about how, there's some clashes with him and the team and the players, but like at the same time, throughout his whole tenure there, it felt like the team loved him. The team wanted to play for Taylor Jenkins every single day. And for him, like again, Memphis played pretty good this year. I mean, they finished the 8th seed, 48-34. And like the fact that the 8th seed is 48-34, I feel like just saying the 8th seed is not enough. Because think about it. They were 3 games back. Like not even 3 games back. They were 2 games back of the 3 seed Los Angeles Lakers. So saying the 8th seed is not enough. Saying the 8th seed doesn't give the whole picture. Not to mention Ja Morant missed games due to various things, but whatever. Ja Morant was out for parts of this year, and they did what they could with this team, and Taylor Jenkins and even his assistant coaching staff, they all seemed to be great. They ran this hyper modern offense with like no screens. It was this crazy thing going on, and this kind of revolutionary thing I think could fit very well with the Spurs. And honestly, the players seem to love him. Like I said, like bringing in this young Spurs group who all seem to really, really enjoy being around each other. We see these Area 51 things. That recent interview with Wemby and Castle talking to each other was so cool. Castle's not going anywhere. He's not getting traded for Giannis. That's my opinion. But I think Taylor Jenkins can actually do a lot of great things with this young team. Yet he is still not even the front runner. The front runner, by most places, is Mike Malone from the Denver Nuggets. Again, another shock firing from Denver. I mean, that series has been crazy. I mean, Jokic and then Jamal Murray going off for 40 more points. That one's going to a game 7 right now. Without Mike Malone, right? Mike Malone has been there for so long, one of the longest tenured coaches. I mean, he has ties to the Spurs as well, and it's like, I would actually love to see Mike Malone as the head coach of this next team. But there's so many options, right? Malone, again, led Denver this year to that 4 seed, and once again, the 4 seed is 2 games back of the 2 seed, so it's like, this team, Denver, with Jokic, with Murray, and making the offense work and making this team win a championship is like, how often do you see 2 championship level coaches be up for grabs in the same offseason? Again, Bud is sort of a different story, but Malone, in my opinion, is not. He's been good pretty much everywhere he's gone, and players have really liked him. Not everyone. Of course, I'm sure he is a polarizing figure, but a lot of guys seem to really want to play for Mike Malone everywhere he goes. So, with Gregg Popovich now, unfortunately, stepping out of the head coaching role, there are a ton of questions, and I need to hear from you guys. Is your pick Mitch Johnson? Is it Taylor Jenkins? Is it Mike Budenholzer? Is it Mike Malone? There's so many choices right now. Honestly, the future of the Spurs, we know it's what's pretty certain on the floor, but like with Wemby and Castle and Sochan, whatever, but like we're tied to so many free agents. We're tied to so many big trades. We don't know our coach going into next year. There is still a lot of uncertainty around this team. What I do know for sure is that I trust the front office. I trust our new president, full-time president, Gregg Popovich. I trust our GM, Brian Wright, R.C. Buford, all the front office to get what we need to get done, picking the right coach, building out the right roster. Hey, Peter J. Holt, he said the right stuff, saying we want to build a dynasty here. I would love to see it again. Let me know your thoughts on all this down below, because that'll do it for this episode of Spurs Digest. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But most important, leave a nice thank you, Popovich, down below, because honestly, I don't even know. It's just one little token of appreciation, but for what he's done for me as a basketball fan, watching him, experiencing Spurs basketball under him, the beautiful game, hey, I mean, it's had a big impact on me, and I'm sure a lot of you as well. I've been your host, Josh Gosse, and I'll catch you in the next one.